Hello everyone. I am looking at Summer Wells's asteroids tonight. Just gonna wait to see if anybody comes in to chat. It's been a really long time since I've been on. So, and I think some of the big channels are actually doing lives right now, so I might not have a lot of people. But, I think they're all talking about Summer Wells because of the big crazy stuff that happened with Dawn Wells last night and Cher on her channel. And I think there's a lot going on with Summer Wells. We have the bones that were found. So I want to look at the Hawkins County remains that were found. Hey, Amy. How are you, sweetheart? Yay, you're the first one here. Yay! Love you, girl. Miss you. So good to see you. Sorry it's been so long. I haven't been on for so long. Hi, Brooke. Hi, dear. Love you, too. Miss you guys. It's been a long time. Sorry I've been so absent. It's just had a lot going on. But getting better. So I'm a little nervous coming on. I think some big channels are actually on right now. So we might not get a lot of people in here. I think Justin for All is on right now. And a couple of bigger channels are talking about Summer Wells right now. So I guess you guys know about what happened with Dawn Wells and the you know, freaking out on Cher. Now, I don't typically watch Cher. I have nothing personal against Cher, nothing at all. I'm not. I don't want to start beef with any YouTube channels. It's not. I don't want to do that. I never intended to ever cause beef with anybody. I love everybody. So I don't want beef with Cher, but seems like her and Don had a horrible altercation the other night, and it was horrible. I don't wish that upon any YouTuber, and I honestly feel like we are watching Don and Candace self-destruct online, and it's heartbreaking. I really wish that YouTube channels would start to demand that they get sober. I'm really struggling with it. I feel like we're going to see this couple self-destruct, and it's going to get to a point where in my heart of hearts, we're going to see one of them die. And, you know, I'd hate for it to be on YouTube that one of the Wells overdoses on a live stream or something like that. But with as wasted as they were last night, it wouldn't surprise me at this point, you know? So I feel like we need to send prayers to the Wells. I mean, I know a lot of people aren't going to agree with that, and even send prayers out to Cher. Nobody deserves to be talked to like that. You know, whether they're a good YouTuber or not. I don't support anyone talking to another woman like that. It was horrible to watch. And I do believe that we need to send all of them prayers and pray for sobriety for the Wells, because we're never going to get a direct answer from them. You know, until they get sober. So we just need to keep sending prayers and keep praying for Summer. So I wanted to go over her first house. I'm not going into her natal chart tonight. That's not what I want to do. I want to do a quick tarot reading on the bones that were found. I want to look at her asteroid that's in the first house. The Ceto, I believe it's the asteroid that we're looking at tonight. I wanted to break that asteroid down. Let's see if I can find it. It's spelled Ceto. Looks like this. Is that Ceto? this was in her first house. So my daughter's in there playing a video game, so you guys are going to have to hear her screaming, and she's really loud. So this is on Summer Wells's first line in the first house. Hi, how are you, Michael? It's good to see you. Thank you so much for stopping by. I think I'm reading that right. Sorry, I'm still getting over pink eye, so my vision is still a little blurry, so just deal with me. So this is the asteroid I wanted to look at in Summer Wells's natal chart. And I also wanted to pull some tarot cards on the bones that were found. I also want to just do an overall reading on the Wells and about court and how they're doing with all that too, okay? So that's basically my goal tonight. So we're just going to Google asteroid. And I know that this is an asteroid, which kind of broke my heart when I first started learning about astrology, is that Ceto is a daughter of Gaia. So during the 911 call, when we are all looking for Summer, honestly, Summer became the daughter of the world. Gaia is the world. So the moment that Summer Wells is reported missing, she becomes the daughter of all of us, the daughter of Gaia. So I wanted to try to break it down because from what I understand, it means that there's a twist and a surprise at the end. The way that this asteroid is set up. So I just wanted to kind of, you know, just look up the meaning for it in astrology. This is just giving me the scientific meaning of it. And this is the asteroid number. So there's like 10,000 asteroids flying around our head all at once, okay? And these asteroids, when they show up over top of the victim. So remember, the first house rules our victim. This house right here rules our victim. Our victim is showing up in Scorpio, okay? So that's not good. For a victim to show up in Scorpio, that is not a good position for a victim, a female victim especially, to begin with. Scorpio rules the sexual organs of a female. So, I mean, I can Google that for you guys too. If I can find my Google line. Here it is. Sorry, I'm really struggling with my eyesight, guys. Scorpio body parts. Just so you kind of know, I'm not making this stuff up, so you can see it for yourself. So the reproductive system, the sexual organs, the genitalia, also the nose. Isn't that weird how Scorpio just goes from, you know, basically the vagina, the reproductive organs, and then also the nose. Yeah, it's weird, but that's how astrology works. And this is how criminal astrology can let us know, you know, if you have your left eye injured to your right eye injured, if someone hurt their left foot to the right foot, or was stabbed on the left side or the right side, or shot in the head, or shot in the eye, the left eye to the right eye. This is how accurate astrology is. Now remember, hey Aggie, how are you, sweetheart? It's so good to see you. So, you know, just remember that this is for entertainment purposes only. This is, of course, my interpretation of these planets, of these asteroids. But we're going to try to stick to, you know, what's documented. My daughter mentioned to me the other day, and she had a really interesting analogy of astrology to me, and I kind of want to share it with you guys because what she said, it was an interesting theory, because what she said was, Mom, you know, it sounds like what you're doing is taking a bowl of spaghetti and just throwing it at the wall. Well, okay, I see what she's saying there, you know, because these planets represent certain body parts, right? So, sorry, I'm trying to get you guys comfortable. see where you can see it. So this is where our victim is showing up between like 4 and 6. Okay, she's showing up in Scorpio, and so Scorpio means these things: reproductive system, sexual organs, her genitalia, her bowels, you know, her anus, basically her female body parts. Okay, so I mean, I don't we're all adults here. I hope there's no children in the room. Please don't have children in the room when we talk about this, because it is heartbreaking. Okay, no matter what time of the day we break down Summer Wells's chart, you guys, it is heartbreaking. It's heartbreaking at 2 o'clock. It's heartbreaking at 3 o'clock. It's heartbreaking at 4 o'clock. It's heartbreaking at 5 o'clock. It's heartbreaking at 6. It's heartbreaking at 7. It's heartbreaking at 8. It's heartbreaking at 9, all the way into midnight. This child's chart is absolutely heartbreaking. Matter of fact, Missy and I, Missy from the other Astrology channel, her and I were talking about it tonight. Her and I were swapping charts tonight and going back and forth and talking about it. And no matter what time of the day that we look at Summer's chart, it is heart-wrenching, okay? It's just sad. And it's truly probably the worst astrology charts I've ever looked at. And I look at serial killers, like, for a hobby. I pull up serial killers' charts for a hobby. And honestly, Summer Wells's chart is worse than that, okay? Like, it's sad, okay? So please don't have kids in the room while we're discussing this stuff, because it is sad. So my daughter was telling me, you know, like, you make a lot of mistakes with astrology, because she said it's like you're taking a bowl of spaghetti that's got the sauce dripped all over it, and I take that bowl and I just throw it against the wall, and whatever sticks is what I say. And I see where she's saying that, okay? Because, like, yeah, just hear me out. It's a little bit more complex than a bowl of spaghetti, because if you think about it, if we're trying to figure out which body part was injured for Summer Wells here, right? So if I take a bowl of spaghetti, I'm going to take these noodles, right? Reproductive system, sexual organs, the genitalia, the nose, the blood, the bowels, the anus, okay? Certain areas of the body that this astrology sign represents. And I'm going to take each one of these body parts and throw that against the wall. And, you know, I'm telling you all of it. It doesn't mean that all of this was injured. It means that there's something specific about this victim's body parts that's showing up here. Okay? So that's, it's more complex than me just taking a bowl of spaghetti and throwing it against the wall. And that's, and I can kind of see where you guys see that. Like when we did the Charlotte Senna case, right? You know, I went through that, you know, we're going to find vomit. We're going to find a camper. We're going to find a dad that's flaxen, that's got blonde hair. You know, could possibly have children, but the children could possibly also be involved. Or we could have two other children involved. Or I saw three possible suspects. I couldn't quite figure out the chart, because I knew that this kidnapper was a father, but I couldn't figure it out, right? And I could see that he was in a divorce. I could see that there was issues with his marriage, okay? Because Venus showed up in the house of children, I believe, I think it was, in the house, the 5th house, and I was showing that there was a marriage there. But it was complicated, and there was cheating. And I also showed that, you know, that Nassau showed up over top of Charlotte. So I knew that we were dealing with a pedophile. I knew that we had a pedophile. Now, if I take a bowl of that spaghetti and I put in camper, I put in vomit, I put in that it's a father, that he's got kids, I don't know where the kids play a role, though. And I take that bowl of spaghetti and I throw that against the wall. One of those things is going to stick, because each of these planets represent a certain thing. It could mean all of them are involved, or it could just mean one of them are involved. Okay? So I hope that makes sense, that that's how these planets work. They have more than one meaning, just like Neptune has more than one meaning. Neptune means drugs and drowning, illusions and lies. It can mean poisons, it can mean needles, it can mean an overdose. It can mean an actual physical drowning in water, because Neptune is ruled by Poseidon. He's the god of the ocean. He's the god of all waterways. Okay, so when I say, okay, there's Neptune involved, that can mean a lot of things. So if I take my bowl of spaghetti and boil up the noodles and put sauce on it, and that's a Neptune bowl of spaghetti, the Neptune bowl of spaghetti is going to have drugs and drowning, delusion and lies, possible drug overdose, possible needles involved, possible, an actual physical drowning. So it's not that I'm just taking a bowl of spaghetti and throwing it against the wall. It's a certain noodles that are going to stick to the wall. I hope that's a analogy that you guys can understand, because I don't know how else to explain it. But sometimes that's what it is. Hey, Corina, it's good to see you, sweetheart. I've missed you. I hope you're doing good. I've missed you so much, guys. It's been really crazy here. Oh, Michael got hidden. I'm sorry. What was Michael? Was something wrong with Michael? Was he being mean? Sorry, Michael. I'm sorry. Okay. So, with this, I wanted to go into what the meaning of this Ceto, what it means in astrology, because it means that there's going to be something hidden, something is going to surprise us. And I think she was she's a daughter of Gaia, so she's a water, I think she was a water creature. She was actually kind of scary. Hold on, give me 1 second. Sorry, guys. And I just wanted to kind of look at it a little bit with you guys in astrology, because she is ruling the first house. So the goddess of the sea, a baby girl name. All right, I hope you guys can see that okay. This is just kind of like basic information. I want to know her history. This is baby names. So she also has to do with water. And Scorpio is also a water sign as well. Let me try to look it up again, because it's really giving me a hard time. Hold on, guys. She represents the monster lurking within the depths. Okay, here she is. This is what I wanted to look for you guys. Oops, the dog just jumped on the bed. 1 second. Okay, I hope you guys can read that with me. The monster lurking within the depths of your soul. So, are the trolls really bad tonight, guys? I'm sorry. Was she Poseidon's wife? She might have been. I know that she's the daughter of Gaia. That's why I always tell you guys, like, Summer really did become the daughter of the world when she went missing. I mean, bless her heart, she really did. When those search parties were out looking for her, they were looking for her like she was the daughter of the world. So, I mean, like she was their own daughter. So, Says she is too small and not too dense enough to be considered a dwarf planet, and is considered to be the second binary centaur system. So again, you guys, the theme of horses just keeps showing up, because you know the centaur is, you know, the Sagittarius symbol. And at the end of the night, after 8 o'clock, Summer goes into Sagittarius, which puts her again near horses, somewhere near horses. So, you know, there is this role of horses, just keeps repeating itself in this child's astrology. And yeah, she really was the daughter of the world. So it is interesting how, you know, at the end of the night, I have her come back to another horse stable. So let's just keep reading what it says. Using an extended definition of the centaur as an object or a non-resonant unstable orbit with this inside the Neptune, she reached, so Neptune. So again, that's drugs, drowning, delusions, and lies surrounding this particular asteroid. And this asteroid, if you can understand, this asteroid shows up right on the victim line. I mean, for an asteroid to show up on the AC line like that, that places that asteroid smack dab on Summer Wells's head the moment she is reported missing. Okay, do you guys see that this darker line is the AC line, and that is the line that is considered the victim? Okay, because she's under fire, she's also ruled by the moon and Mars in this chart, because the ancient ruler of Scorpio is Mars in this chart. But, you know, overall, she's also ruled by Scorpio here, and she's ruled by the victim line, which is Ceto. Asteroid is smack dab over top of that child's head. Okay, so it means something, and I really think that we need to pay attention to it. I tell you guys all the time that the asteroids are basically like little breadcrumbs to a crime chart. They mean something, and I think that we should consider them. Next to Mars, she has Aphrodite show up. So, on the same chart, let me show you. Do you see? She's also Mars here, and Aphrodite shows up next to her along with Hera, who was the jealous wife, who was the wife of Jupiter, and she did crazy stuff to, you know, anyone that Jupiter paid attention to. And that on this side also we have Aphrodite show up, meaning that the killer, the kidnapper, looked at her like a little Aphrodite goddess. Okay, I mean, I know this, and the fact that he's looking at her as Aphrodite and they're looking at her in Scorpio, and I just showed you which body parts Scorpio represents, which is the female reproductive organs. I mean, I think you guys can pretty much so understand the picture that that the planets are showing us. Okay, again, this is extremely sad, but it's there. The planets are doing their best to communicate with us what's happening. So she was a hideous female sea monster, the daughter of Gaia, right here. She was the personification of the dangers of the sea, the unknown terrors, and the bizarre marine creatures. So something foreign, something not typical happened to this child when she's reported missing. Okay, so I know this is a story of Ceto, but we need to understand that this asteroid is floating over top of Summer's head. So let's really tune in and break it apart and see what we get. Okay, because I'm breaking this down with you guys. We're doing this together. Okay, so so it's a bizarre situation, a bizarre marine creature. Her name came from Cetos, sea monster, which gave us the term of, I can't read that word. Her husband was Phorcys, and they had many children, collectively known as the four sides or the Phorkydias. I can't say that word. Why she matters. The way I use Ceto in astrology, she represents the monster lurking in the depths of your unconscious mind that you seek to hide. Almost, can you guys see? I hope you guys can see. I'm right here. Almost all of the T and O's are titled into psychology in one way or another and are deeply involved with the subconscious. With Ceto, however, she seems to go even deeper than Sedina and tends to be prevalent that it is in the background all the time. And when it comes to the surface, it surprises everyone. So think of this creature lurking deep within the subconscious of somebody, the creature lurking from within that just starts to bear their head out from under the sea. And when they strike, it's bizarre. It's something unheard of. And it's something that's shocking. It's something that's surprising to all of us, okay? So I do believe that when Summer Wells is found, I just feel like it's going to be so shocking that it's going to actually just blow all of our minds. I don't know if that makes any sense to any of you guys, but the way that I'm looking at this, it just seems like, you know, it's going to be a shock when she is found. Let's see. It says, Ceto is how it ties into my generation. I was born in 1990 during, okay, this is the person going into their personal life. We don't need all that. We just need to know. So Ceto has an irregular orbit, spending 300 years in Aquarius. Aquarius represents shocking events. Aquarius represents something tragic, something unexpected happening. So this specific kidnapping or this particular murder or how Summer Wells went missing is bizarre. And it's something that, you know, I don't know how else to explain it, but okay, so look here. Ceto is involved with pictures and photography. So, I mean, let's just read it, okay? And you guys can, I don't want to say it. You guys can figure it out. You're all adults. You guys can figure this stuff out, okay? So, you know, involved with pictures and photography, and is specifically monsters rearing their heads. I love that description for this object. I agree, but add in monsters rearing their heads to strike. Add in the monster element, and I draw the conclusion of the celebrity who lets the fame go to their head and destroys everything that they worked so hard for. So, I mean, again, we have self-destruction, we have photography, we have drugs, we have illusions and lies, and something that is shocking and so hidden deep within somebody's subconscious that we wouldn't even suspect it, that it's when we do find out the truth about Little Summer Wells, it's just going to be shocking. And here, if you look right here, Helios, what monsters lurk in the depths of yourself, of your soul, okay? So that's the asteroid that is sitting over top of Summer Wells' head the moment that she's reported missing. So think about that, okay? I just wanted to share that with you guys. Let's go ahead and pull some tarot cards on the Wells right now and try to figure out what's happening with them. Oh, and before I put this laptop away, what was the bones that were discovered? Bones discovered in Mohawk County, I think it was. Yeah, 2 days ago. We'll do a reading on that as well. Human skeletal remains were found by a hunter Tuesday morning in Mohawk County. So, Tuesday morning, Mohawk County. So, let's do a reading on that as well. And then we'll do a reading on the Wells, the parents as well. Does that sound good? Do you guys want to do that with me? I hope you guys are okay with that. Oops, sorry, I dropped you. Okay, you there? Okay. Okay. All right. So, I got this little thing that we can use to put the cards on. I haven't cleaned off my altar yet after having pink eye. I need to go down and clean it all off, so that's why I haven't been down at my altar. And my husband's down there watching the news, so I can't stand having the news on in the background. It drives me crazy. I can't focus at all. Okay. I hope you guys are still here with me. All right. So, what do you want me to do a reading on first? The bones are the wells. What do you guys want me to do? What should we do first? It's up to you guys. You tell me. I'm here for you guys. Hi, Charlie. It's so good to see you. Yay, Charlie's here. Woohoo! Charlie B. Yep, we're here for the bones. Okay, the bones. All right, let's do it. All right, I got to remember to shuffle in front of you guys. I keep forgetting. I'll put the candle a little closer because it's so dark. Mohawk County. Spirit, could you please tell me about Mohawk County and the skeletal remains that were found? Hello. Miss Sanchez, how are you? Hello, it's good to see you. Yeah, I think I'm getting closer, guys, to getting more subscribers. I'm almost at over 500 now. So, you know, I'm getting more subscribers, so that's good. I mean, I've only been on YouTube for a few months, so I think I'm doing okay. And I mean, I'm not gonna like pay for viewers or anything like that. I'm not gonna do anything crazy like that. And if it takes me a couple years to get 1,000 people, then oh well. But hopefully I'm getting there. So if you guys are here and watching, I do, you know, I forget to promote myself. I don't know how to really do that. I'm not a professional YouTuber or anything yet. So please leave me a like and subscribe. I'd really appreciate it if you'd subscribe. It would be great. Okay. Please tell us about the remains that were discovered in Mohawk County 2 days ago. Please tell us about the remains that were discovered in Mohawk County 2 days ago, please, Spirit. Remember, this is for entertainment purposes only. This is not to be taken as fact. We are a spiritual channel here. We are a spiritual family, and we investigate true crime on a spiritual level. We do a little bit of investigative work too, spiritual work, and we use spiritual tools to investigate true crime. But again, not to be taken as fact. This is just for entertainment purposes only. I have to remember to say that to you guys, okay? Just trying to give it a really good shuffle. Skeletal remains found, Mohawk County. Skeletal remains were found. Are we looking at a man or a woman? Man or a woman? And these skeletal remains, they're not that far away from the Wells' home, from what I understand. So I really would like to know who they are. Let's see what the cards have to say. Sorry, guys, I'm really trying to give it a good shuffle because I don't feel the energy yet. I'm still waiting for the energy to kick in. Just give it a minute. You can feel it in your hands. I don't know how to explain that, but it's almost like electricity goes through your hands and you start to feel it kick in into the cards. And you actually feel this electricity go through your wrist and into your hands. And it's the weirdest feeling, but I'm not feeling the tingles yet. So let me feel the tingles, and then we'll go ahead and count those cards that fall out. I hope everybody's doing well. I'm sending prayers and love and light to all of you. Thank you for being here. My dog is snoring behind me, and she's really loud, so you might hear her start snoring. All right, I'm starting to feel it now. This is exhausted. Isolated and exhausted. I don't know if you guys can see because the cards, it really got dark in here all of a sudden. I might need to go move my light lamp over a little bit. This is someone that's not listening to somebody, that didn't take directions from somebody. They're unsatisfactory, disharmony. They were isolated, they were unskilled, and they were exhausted. They were socially awkward as well. So that's an interesting card for our skeletal remains. Could this person have gotten exhausted and died out there? I mean, I'm not really sure where this location is. Like I know where the Wells live. It is out. I feel like it's like in the middle of like nowhere. I know it seems wild out there, but I'm gonna go get another candle. Give me 1 second. I mean, is it possible that the person got lost and became exhausted and died from exhaustion? Is that a possibility? I mean, it's something to think of for that card to pop out, you know? It's an interesting card, right? Here, I'm going to light another candle. If I can find my lighter. Where's my lighter? Oh, I think my dog's sitting on it. Daisy, you got the lighter under your butt. Ugh! Sorry, I had to wake you up. No, I can't find the lighter. One second. Sorry, guys. Just give me 1 second. I didn't realize it was going to get so dark. Okay. Now let some more sage. Get some sage going in here. Get our psychic abilities kicking in, guys. Okay. Our intuition vibes going here. All right. Please tell me about the body that was discovered. Balance. That's multitasking and trying to make a decision, juggling, you know, going one way but going the other way. Here, this card popped out. Again, that's like making a choice, not going in the right direction. I don't know if you guys can see that, the words on these cards. I mean, if we think about someone that's out in the wild and they didn't make the right choice, they went the wrong direction, right? Very interesting. Yeah, I keep thinking about that Ceto asteroid with Summer. I mean, it's just... Oh, sorry, guys. We find a lot of bodies in the woods, especially in the East Tennessee, but hunters find them in a year or two. Bones makes me think at least a year. It seems his head was away from the body which could indicate animals. Oh, geez. Yeah, definitely animals. Absolutely. Very sad. So in this area, you guys are, some of you guys are from Tennessee. Is it possible that this person made the wrong turn, could have gotten lost, could have become, you know, this makes me think, oops, I just dropped you guys. Sorry. Are you there? Ah, dropped you guys. Are you there, guys? Okay. Did I lose you guys? Are you still there? Oh, okay, good. Sorry, I dropped you. Okay, so for me, this is like they had a decision to make, but they made the wrong decision. They went one way, but they could have gone the other way, and maybe they got lost. You know? I'm sorry, Karina. I didn't mean to hurt you. You guys fell on my lap, so I don't know what the hell you saw. I am wearing shorts if you saw anything. Only my opinion. I was thinking Summer was in a country named a county named Christina. Okay. Well, thank you for sharing that. I really appreciate it. All you guys can, I have no problems with you guys sharing your opinions or anything like that. Everyone has an opinion, and everyone is, you know, entitled to their own opinion. I'm not going to judge you or, you know, anything like that. We are a spiritual family. We're all in this together, and I think it's good. Okay. So I just got the Queen of Wands. So this could possibly be a female, could be a fire sign, could also be an earth sign too. This is somebody that was, you know, had a plan, had an action. They were moving forward. They were going in a certain direction. They had a lot of energy that when they were out there, they were confident about something. They are nature lovers. So I don't know if you guys can see the words again. This is somebody that loves nature. And they're down to earth. They were optimistic, but something went wrong. So if we have a female, they had a choice to make and they made the wrong decision. They didn't listen to instructions and they ran out of options. Are you guys feeling that vibe too with these cards? What do you guys think? I think she said county, not country. Or wait, did you say county or country? Sorry guys, I'm still getting over, you think she's lost? Let's see if we can figure out if it's a female. With the Queen of Wands showing up, I feel like it is a female. And that this is a person that probably, you know, maybe was a hiker. Like, enjoyed to go out on hikes and stuff. You know, this is someone that starts off slow and steady. They're stable. They're a hard worker. They had a methodical plan when they were out there. But something, I feel like something went wrong. Something went wrong. You know, this is like the guy slow and steady wins the race, but didn't quite get there. I'm going to try to show you guys all the cards so you can see them all. Maybe I'll pull a zodiac card too, just to see if I can feel out for the planets and see what the planets think. Hello. It's good to see you all. Hello. Christine County. Okay. Can you stop, dude? Just don't spam the chat, okay? Don't spam the chat. Well, tonight we're just trying to focus on summer. I'll do readings to maybe I'll come back in tomorrow night. Depends on you know, if I can need to get my desk cleaned up. So Okay, so we got too big of a burden. Continuous pressure, about to collapse, couldn't solve the problem, reassessment, priority order, and then we got the Six of Swords. So this is like going on a journey. I feel like they were going on a journey and something happened. I don't know if you guys can see the cards. They were going on a journey and something happened. Trying to get to the other side, trying to get through, you know, difficult times on this journey, but they didn't quite get there. It was too big of a burden. I do feel like we might have a female here. Again, they were exhausted, unskilled, socially awkward, inexperienced. So, you know, this might be something happened to them out there and they just got disoriented. I mean, I'm really not seeing like the death card or like the devil card where it's like something awful, like something dark energy connected to it. Do you know what I mean? I'm getting like exhausted. They were trying to make a choice. They didn't make the right choice. You know, they were slow and steady wins the race. They were on a certain pace, but they just didn't get to where they needed to be. They usually are a really responsible person, but on this particular day, I just don't think it worked out in their favor. Again, we have, you know, not making the right decision, not going in the right directions. You know, maybe they got confused and they were delayed. So can you guys see the words? I hope you guys can see the words. So I feel like that's what happened. I think they got lost. Okay, so do you guys want to do a reading next on the wells now? So I don't feel like the bones are connected to summer. Now, I could be wrong. Remember, this is entertainment purposes only. Like, I could be dead wrong. But as far as the cards are kind of hinting around, I feel like... And the cards kind of all did agree with each other. Like, they weren't like... There was a flow to the cards. Did you guys notice that? There's like a flow of energy to the cards, and it's telling a story, right? I mean, can you guys kind of feel that they're telling a story for us? So... All right, let's do a reading on the wells and see what's going on with them. I'm going to ask, yeah, exactly. The elements got a hold of them. All right, so now we're going to do a reading on the wells, on the parents of the wells. So let me move the candles over here so I can shuffle. I gotta try to remember to shuffle in front of you guys. I keep forgetting. You don't feel like they're connected either, Charlie B? Okay. You heard a teenager. Okay. Yeah, so the parents had court for custody if they were going to win back custody. I think the court case was today. So, you know, that really upset me that Don Wells was so drunk last night on a call when they have court the next day. So, I mean, he's drunk on YouTube screaming at Cher, okay? And they got to be awake and alert and look nice for court the next day. And God knows they're going to be hungover. You know, like, at least from what I was told is I thought they had court. I mean, I could be wrong. I don't know, but I'm pretty sure that they had court today. Yeah, they probably reeked like booze and cigarettes and just, ugh. And just think about it. Those kids, those boys were, what he did to Cher, those boys were witness to practically every night, you know, of mom and dad getting drunk and acting crazy like that. So, you know, I'm thankful that the kids are not in the house. I really am. I know that sounds horrible, but I'm just thankful that the boys are not there. I mean, if Tim Mullins really cared about the Wells, he'd be taking them to a rehab center. He would not be spending hours upon hours writing out these long letters. It's like the letters that he writes out is literally like a contradiction within themselves, because if he really cared about the Wells and cared about the boys, he would be doing everything in his power to get the parents sober again. And he's just not doing it. I mean, he's attacking YouTubers, and what he really needs to do is they need a new plan, because obviously what they're doing isn't working. It's like the same old saying. If you keep doing the same thing and expecting a different outcome, it's a sign of insanity. I gotta make sure my phone doesn't die here soon. So, 1 second. Okay, are you guys still there? Okay. So, the Wells going on YouTube and doing these interviews with all these YouTubers is not going to bring the boys back. The Wells going on YouTube and screaming at YouTubers is not going to bring Summer back, and it's not going to bring the boys back. It's actually making them look more suspicious and making them look more guilty. And Tim Mullins needs to stop with the letters, because it just triggers everybody and is triggering people, because they're questioning, why aren't you taking them to a rehab? Why aren't you getting them the proper help that they need instead of attacking everybody else? You know, let's get the Wells some help. Card just flipped. Hold on, I felt it flip. Okay, this is the Wells being left out in the cold. Let me get the candles back here. I promise I'll have my desk cleaned off tomorrow. So this is the Wells being left out in the cold. They are lacking spirituality. You know, all the love in this church is in here. All the love from everybody is in there, and they are not getting the love from the community right now. They are cutting their losses. I mean, things will get better, but it's not going to be for a while. Excuse me. They are lacking spirituality. They have lost their faith, lost their way, and they're just having a very difficult, challenging time. But I mean, it is if it's like this, that's more of a difficult, trying time if it's upright, but it came out in reverse. So to me, it's saying that this is going to be temporary. Okay. So this is unbalanced. They are extremely unbalanced. They are led astray. They're overwhelmed. They're doing horrible actions. They're making poor choices. They're trying to focus on the money aspect of it, but it's actually giving them financial stability. This freak out that they did with Cher, I think, is going to start to hit them in the pockets. They might not get a lot of money anymore that they were expecting from, you know, how they get cash apps all the time from all these YouTube channels. That might start to be an imbalance with them. They want to kind of reconcile, but it's not going to happen. I mean, this is a card about healing, balancing your emotions, and they are unbalanced. So, I mean, this is 1 foot in the water. If you look at her, she's got 1 foot in the water and 1 foot on earth. And, you know, it's balanced. But I feel like this card is telling us that the Wells are not balanced, that they are not balanced right now. And they are shut out from all the love in that church. So I feel like they're spiritually struggling right now. Trying to shuffle in front of you. I keep forgetting. It's just hard because I don't have my, I'm not at my desk. Just pull a couple more cards, and I'm going to head out because I think my phone is going to die soon. So, oops, that card went flying. Okay, this is basically doing the same thing over and over and over again. They are on repeat mode. They keep making the same, they keep doing repetitive actions over and over again, and it's not getting them anywhere. Like I said, doing the same thing over and over again, repeating the same habits over and over again, but expecting a different outcome is a sign of insanity. And I feel like that is the road that the Wells is on. People are questioning them. They're questioning, their storyline because they say contradicting things all the time. Guilty or not, they do contradict themselves, and that's why everyone is so triggered with their stories. People are so triggered by the things that they say. Okay, so this is the loyal knight that says that he loves you and says that he's going to take care of you and everything's going to be okay, but this is the knight that also leaves you in the street. This is the knight that might seem that he's got a message for you, or that, they're going to tell you what you want to hear. They're going to, I think a lot of these YouTubers, they get involved with the Wells because they think the Wells is going to give them a message. If you look, this it seems like the knight has a message in his cup for you, but the cup is empty. Okay, so it's like, yes, I have a message for you, but the message never comes through. It's always a disappointment. It's, I think a lot of YouTubers, they get the Wells on the channel and they think that that they're going to get some secret that's going to be exposed. And the truth is that they're just that knight that has this look upon them face like they're loyal, but it never follows through. It's an empty message, basically. That's how I look at it. It's an empty message. Okay, I'm just going to pull a couple oracle cards here. One second. Whoa! Where's the other card? I thought another card just flew out. Okay, so we got snooping. Being nosy, snooping all up in your business, right? It's somebody like peeking through the blinds. This is always in your business. Ask questions about who are looking over your shoulders for the deets. So, that can be like, looking for the gossip on the internet. This is someone that is a chaos agent. So the Wells are basically their own worst enemy. Someone that is purposely causing chaos in, just read it. I'm trying to get it so you guys can see. Someone purposely causing chaos or mischief for entertainment, basically. So that's a very interesting card right there, huh? I mean, he freaked out on Cher on YouTube, so that card makes a lot of sense, doesn't it? We'll just pull one more oracle card here. Whoa. Disappointment. Things not coming in your favor. Someone or something has caused sorrow, and it's a trickster. Maybe this was a trick, him and Cher. I don't know. I hope not. Or that Don Wells did what he did to be a trickster, or to cause chaos, to cause sorrow and disappointment in somebody else's life. Very interesting cards, guys, right? So what do you guys think? I appreciate your opinions with the cards. Hi, Carla. It's good to see you. Hey, country girl. Hi. Go to Cher's channel. Her channel's name is Voices Behind the Wall, and you can watch her channel. I was going to play it for you guys, but he cusses so much. I don't think that it's a good idea for me to show it to you. I was going to show it, but I thought it might upset you guys. Because it upset me. Like, honestly, it upset me. And, I don't know Cher like that. I don't know her personally, but I don't like to see any woman getting yelled at like that. And it was sad. It was really just toxic and just, it was painful to watch. Like, and the whole time you're just thinking to yourself, my God, this man needs to get sober. Like, I think that we might watch one of the Wells, either Candace or Don, we might watch them actually overdose on YouTube. Like, it's that bad. It is that bad. It's very sad. All right, I'm going to let you guys go. Oh, it doesn't? About them having custody? Should I pull some cards? Well, I think my phone's going to die. So, we'll pull cards tomorrow night and see if they're going to get custody of the boys or not. I don't think they will, but we'll ask the cards tomorrow night, okay? I'm so glad you guys checked in to see me. I love you all. Please take care of one another. Be nice and kind to one another. And I know I'm going to get a lot of hate for this, but just keep praying for the Wells that they go to rehab, okay? I know that sounds like such a contradiction, but we need to pray that these parents get their shit together, because if these boys ever want to have a relationship with their parents again, they need to be sober. I mean, because even when these kids become adults and they get married and they have kids of their own, you want these parents to somewhat be functional, and they're not functioning. They're not. And these YouTubers out here, it's like a circus, and we need to stop the circus because it's a shit show, and we need to force the Wells to get sober. And we need to force Tim Mullins to stop writing with his pen and typing out these long letters, and we need to ask him to stop and just take them to a rehab, because their behavior is out of control. And like I said, it's the same repetitive behaviors with the same outcomes, and expecting a different outcome is a sign of insanity. So all these YouTubers that are out here putting the Wells on panel, thinking that they're going to expose a secret, we're never going to get that secret. This card right here tells us we're never going to get it. It's the knight that promises you the sun, moon, and the stars, but he never comes through. It never comes through. So we're never going to get the answers from the Wells. We need to force them to get sober, and they need to get help. So just keep praying for them so that the boys have some type of functioning parents. Again, this is repetitive behaviors, repetitive doing the same things over and over again. And I think, maybe they were doing it for the money, but it's not working anymore. This isn't working anymore. They need to get sober. All right, I love you all. Take care of one another. Take care. Bye-bye now. Love you all. Bye-bye.